Hey everyone, and welcome back to another track guide video. Now today we are going to be looking around the French Grand Prix track in Le Castellet. So the circuit is called Paul Ricard, quite a high speed circuit, so we'll be going through this lap and showing you the best techniques you can use around this track. I'm Walter Alfred and you're watching the French Grand Prix track guide. So now starting a flying lap here, well, not flying lap, but we're now going through the slow in-depth analysis lap, first of all. So, approaching the final corner, to get a good exit you need to use a wide line, possibly second or third gear, and as you can see, wide line going through, and then use all of the exits. You can use that curb because it's not actually as bad as it looks. But anyway, first corner. So in the game you'd want to get as close to the white line as possible because you can give yourself more track space. But in real life the curb is too rough and that would not be the ideal way to do it. And both ways, you take all of the curb at turn 1, now it's the fastest way around. And then turn 2, in real life it's basically an auto spin curb because it's, well, in the name, as I said, it spins you instantly, and so you wouldn't want to touch that in real life, but you can do in the game because it forgives you a lot more. Either way, you can use all of the exit curb as well. And now on to turn 3, you'd approach in 8th gear and down to 5th. Use all of the curb on the inside. Not only would that give you most landing speed, but it will also prepare you for the next corner at turn 4. You can use 4th gear. Most likely you would avoid the inside curb, but you can try using it if it works. But in real life they don't do that, I don't think. And now approaching turn 5, you'd be around this kind of area of the track. Stay close to the left as you can, and in 3rd gear you can use the curb on the inside a little bit, and then using the exit curb here as well, and then you'd be up to 4th gear and eventually changing up to 5th, and you can run as wide as you can but not past the white line because that's track limits, of course, and running wide will give you an advantage, so that's the thing. And this exit curb is quite interesting because in the game it's literally just paint, it's non-existent, but in real life that is an actual curb, so you don't want to touch that. Well, F1 drivers don't touch that in real life, but they can do you can do it in the game basically. And talking of the game, you can also use all of the entry curb here, and you can start straight away like here, using it, but I'm pretty sure esports drivers turn in at the last minute to the entry curb a bit like this, because if you go over the first one that provides a bump, and that will unsettle the car. Anyway, while you're at it, for the apex you'd use all of this inside curb because this is well, the fastest way around, of course, but in real life that can you can scrape the front wing on the tarmac if you're not careful. But anyway, in the game you can use that curb, but maybe not so in real life, and then you can use that other one on the left as well as you exit turn 9. Onto turn 10, it's flat out quite easily, 8th gear. You can get away with using the curbs in in the game, but not so in real life because, actually I don't know, it could just spin you around, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, into turn 11, there are quite a few ways you can approach this, so I'm going to show you a few. You can do what F1 drivers might do is hit the first apex and miss the second one slightly, or you could do what I like to do and miss the first apex and then hit the second one. Like I said, I prefer to do this one, but this is up to you, I guess. And then on to turn 12. I use 4th gear, but you can use 3rd. if you need the rotation, but that's very unlikely because it's off camber and it can leave you with an unsteady back end. Don't use the inside curb, and then for the exit you can use all of this curb, but in real life they just jump off it straight away because it's quite rough. But in game you can just use it straight up to the next corner, like all along. And then here you can use the inside curve, and then for the final corner, second gear, get as close to the inside as you can, and then use all of the exit, open DRS, and look at the line. So that is, and in that analysis lap of France, now we'll move on to the hot lap, as I always do. I'm not going to use the gaming OP methods, but real life ones. So here's the lap. That is a lap around France. So of course not the fastest I could have done because I'm not using the unrealistic techniques that you might do. So there are definitely a few more tenths in there. Although saying that, I'm not far off my PB. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave the video with a like. Subscribe to the channel by clicking on my logo on this end screen right here, and click on the video windows if you want to watch more, and I'll see you next time.